Alright YouTube, so today we're gonna do part 2 of the drag pit bike, I guess is what we're gonna call it, the hardtail dragster. And so obviously we have everything painted. Swing arm got scraped up and dirty a little bit, but it's gonna get messed up anyway, so I'll probably just leave it. Frame, as you guys know, it already got scratched up after I painted it. Forks are on. This really annoyed me. This triple clamp or triple treat top or whatever you call it. It got all dirty and messed up, and it turned all like brownish because I was forcing that thing on there because apparently I didn't do it right. And paint on the triple clamp right here didn't turn out that good. I mean, you don't really notice it that bad. Kind of looks like a cool design, but I wanted it to be normal looking black like that, but it's super shiny, and parts of it look like I put too much paint, but I really didn't. I did a super light coat. The paint I think I didn't mix up the paint well, but did not see that until now. But the forks overall turned out nice. Other than this one, we have to try and I'm gonna take that wire wheel that I use. I'm gonna clean up the fork thingies, these chrome things. Trevor got a little paint on that one. I didn't help him on that one. So bike's all put together. Yes, this is orange. Wasn't my choice. It's not gonna stay there, of course. I told you guys we're swapping out the bars, except for this piece right here. This I realized actually has to stay on there unless we swap the forks, which as of right now I don't think we're gonna do that because we just painted them. Motor's out, sitting over there. Probably should have flipped the other side, but I'll do that before I leave today. I had to leave earlier, so I had to put everything away. But this, as you can see, was a back tire. Took that off so I could fix up the rim, because this one didn't have a good tube anyways. I'm going to Cycle Gear to go pick up a tube for it, but basically I masked off the two parts with duct tape. I was going to paint it black, and I used this wire wheel to fix up this rim to make it all shiny again instead of all rusted like the other one. And it turned out pretty nice, other than in between the spokes I couldn't get that. So yeah, so that's, I was going to paint the rims black, but I don't have any black spray paint, so we might just leave it for now, or I might paint it, I don't know. I'll probably just leave it, fix it, and then later on I'll just I'll mask off the same way, and then just cover up the tire and just paint it like that, because nobody's going to see this groove anyway, so why make that look black when you don't have to have it? That's just extra work. So I might just take the wire wheel and try and get as much as I can just for now to make it look shiny chrome. I have to take off the front wheel also, but I'm going to wait till I have help, or just until I'm not lazy, because right now I don't feel like doing that all by myself. That's usually what I have Trevor do, because I get tired of doing that stuff. And I'm trying to find where I put the exhaust, because I painted that with that engine paint that I had, which lucky for me, the engine paint that I had was the exact same blue that we used for everything else, so it kind of matches. So yeah, it's a little bit darker, but that's just because I didn't completely get all the rust and stuff, or all the old black paint. The rust I removed except for right there. Obviously I didn't do a very good paint job, but it's just an exhaust, and we're probably gonna have to get a new one anyway because it's straight piped. But I mean, it looks okay, other than that dent right there that I hit it with a hammer on accident. That's a little messed up, but we're not putting on the cover anyways. But yeah, it looks a little darker. I actually sprayed the two paints right next to each other and they're exactly the same color. But whenever you put it on, cause all the other parts over there were just straight silver. So these are the two blues right next to each other. They look exactly the same. And so they're exact same, except one, of course, is engine paint to withstand the heat. And so yeah, it just looks darker because the pipe, I didn't get all the old black paint off it. I just kind of cleaned it up, made an okay surface to paint on. Obviously you can see the paint is a little rough, but it honestly doesn't matter to me. As long as I have an exhaust, it looks okay. It's fine by me. So I have to wait until next weekend to get my new pit bike, so I'm not going to start moving too much from that bike over onto the Dragster, just because I want to be able to actually ride that bike. But I don't know, I might actually change it all today. I haven't made up my mind because on the weekend I'm getting a new bike, so technically it's Monday today that when I'm recording, so I don't know when it's gonna go up, but so this weekend I don't know the dates exactly, but I want to go get it. It's in an Empire. It's a 200cc bored out bike, an SSR of course, because I'm not dealing with no Chinese bikes anymore. Well, not even China. The frame and stuff is Chinese, but the engine is Japanese. So I don't know. I'll probably talk to Trevor, see what he says. Because honestly, as long as I get the front tube today, or not the front tube, the back tube today from Cycle Gear, which I am, then it shouldn't matter, because then I'll have the Dragster pit bike to ride, and that really doesn't bother me, because the one reason why I didn't want to change it over is because I was going to Tristan's house again, and you kind of need suspension there, so I was gonna take that bike and then swap everything over or I was going to wait until I got a new bike and then take the new bike to Tristan's and then swap that over to this. But since I'm not going to Tristan's because I'm going to go pick up the new bike and another 250 two-stroke, the CR 250, same as my other one, just 2 years older, so the 1989. And so I'm going to get those this weekend, so I'm thinking that if I swap everything and get it running, which it should run because it's literally as simple as, well, I'll have to make another trip to my dad's house, but other than that, the bike should run. Just needs plastics, of course, which I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna do now. I have to get in contact with Trevor because he has his spare seat from the SSR over here, and so I'm gonna borrow that seat. Well, not borrow, I'm gonna take it from him, of course, and then put on whatever old plastics he had, combined with the old plastics from this bike, just to see if that makes a complete kit. And if it does, then I'll be all set. So I'm gonna try and get a hold of Trevor because he hasn't been talking to me all day. Not because he's mad at me or anything. I think he's just busy or his phone's off. So I'll go knock on his door and see if he's home. If he's not, then I'll ask his parents where he's at and see if I can just get the stuff from inside of his house. And then I'll probably make a part 3 to this video, or to this series anyways, and that will be all putting the whole bike together, and I'll just do some fast forwarding through the work. So I guess thanks for watching. PitBike Amigos out.